President Nelson Chamisa, we do thank you for giving us this opportunity. You have met South Africans today in a rally where you're speaking to thousands of them. Your main message today to South Africans, what is your focus on this?
Well, I came here first as a gesture to demonstrate how we value. We're a broken nation, we have challenges. I had to come to give them 3 asks. The first ask was to say, please come and vote. The vote is upon us, come and vote. And the second ask was to say, if you can't come and vote because you are not registered, may you encourage at least 5 of your relatives, 1 + 5, to come to go and register to vote and to come to the voting station or polling station to register to vote. Last but not least is for them to also help with logistics, with support, with resources. Adopt a polling station, adopt a ward, adopt a community, adopt a constituency where you are able to give. $1 makes a difference. 1 makes a difference. This is a 50 + 1 election. So 1 is significant. It's important for every vote to count. But more importantly, because God is in it, we must be on our knees. We must pray. We must also know that none but our Lord Jesus Christ is going to make the way for us. So this is the message I had for the people of Zimbabwe, and I'm glad that they came in their thousands. You know, this was a short notice, but I'm glad with the turnout. I'm glad with the enthusiasm, the morale, the expectation, and the hope. And we represent hope for everyone, dignity for everyone. We want Zimbabwe not only to be a great nation, but to be a giant on the continent, a giant in the world, to revive a Zimbabwe that is thriving, a Zimbabwe that is known as a strong nation, as an education nation, as a pillar of industrial growth. In 1980, the Zimbabwean dollar was stronger than the than the South African rand. In 1980, we were at par with the US dollar, almost at par with the British pound. That is where we must go. It requires leadership, it requires clarity, vision, it requires consistency of policy. You know that whenever there's leadership, everything follows. Seek ye first good leadership, and a good leader, everything will follow. And that's where we are. We have resources, we have every material requirement we have, all the critical success factors except leadership.
Some would then ask, do you have any strategy or plan to make sure that those Zimbabweans that are in South Africa can be assisted to come and vote? Is there any such a plan as far as the elections are concerned?
Of course, that logistical plan is there. We need to make sure that all those who vote, particularly in the neighboring countries, are back in Zimbabwe to register, to participate in the voting. We were encouraging them to register to vote. We understand some registered, and because they are registered, they have to come and participate in the vote. And that's why we are here. That's why we call upon those who are in Botswana, in Namibia, in Zambia, in Mozambique, to really participate in the national processes so that we fix our problems. You know, we are a headache, a perennial headache for our colleagues in the region. It's good to always, seek refuge, particularly in your neighboring partners. But you can't stay there forever. We've overstayed the hospitality and the welcome. We need to fix Zimbabwe. We need to make Zimbabwe thrive. And we need to cure Zimbabwe. We can't be the sick man of this region. We need to be the giant of the region. We need to be the captain of the region in the economy, in governance, in leadership, in the currency we have, in making sure that we have strong infrastructure. We are the hub of logistics and transport within the region and beyond and on the continent.
You're here in South Africa, last but not least, where also one of the political candidates, Xavier Kaskwera, is also here. Should we be expecting any form of talks between the two of you or any form of pact against the ZANU-PF regime?
Well, I must say that the campaign is what is our priority at the moment. We have our offer. We have a value proposition. I'm sure they have theirs, and we would want to make sure that we see we are trying to give the nation our alternative blueprints. We have an alternative blueprint, and we think that our blueprint is the best for the nation, it's the best for the country, it's best for business, and we are good for business as a leadership. We are good for the citizens. We are good for Zimbabwe. We are good for the future, and we are good for all generations.
Advocate Nelson, we do thank you so much for giving us this time live from Joburg.
God bless Zimbabwe.
Appreciate it.